This video is about identifying recruitment channels, specifically inclusive recruitment channels. Recruitment channels are the platforms an organization uses to reach potential candidates. Consider, for example, job boards, recruitment agencies, career fairs, networking events, and social media. These are all recruitment channels. Each channel has its advantages. They all reach slightly different segments of the job market. So, by using multiple channels, employers can broaden their reach, leading to a more diverse pool of applicants. When we talk about inclusive recruitment channels, we're talking about channels that cater to specific groups of people, namely groups that are underrepresented or are underemployed in Alberta. Consider, for examples, our three Jedi Hub groups: racialized newcomers, people with disabilities, and Indigenous peoples. You can find job boards and employment agencies that cater to each group. Inclusive recruitment channels are a great tool for organizations looking to diversify or expand their pool of applicants. That's what makes them so important when it comes to inclusive recruitment, because we can't build from diverse workforces without first diversifying our pool of applicants, right? The business world is becoming increasingly globalized, and Canadian organizations need to be able to take on global clients that cater to global markets. In other words, they need to be able to serve an incredibly diverse customer base, something that's hard to do if our teams lack diversity. Homogeneous organizations, so organizations where everyone is largely the same, don't have access to the diversity or variety of perspectives and ways of thinking that are often necessary in order to innovate and adapt to changing markets. Because if everyone on your team is really similar, they're probably going to come up with really similar ideas. That is something we talked about back in Module 1, in the video titled The Business Case for EDI. Let's keep talking about recruitment channels though, specifically job boards, cultural or community based organizations, and employment agencies, also called service providers. So, a job board is an online platform where employers can post job openings and job seekers can submit applications. Job boards can be general or specialized. Some cater to a specific industry, profession, or demographic, while others are broad and cater to virtually any type of job or candidate. When it comes to inclusive recruitment, employers should choose at least a couple of job boards that cater to specific demographics, namely demographics that tend to be underrepresented or underemployed. The Able and Available Job Board is a great example because it's geared towards persons with disabilities, specifically persons with disabilities in Canada. Employers should also get into the habit of sharing job opportunities with cultural or community based organizations. These organizations often host regular meetings or events where organizers can share these opportunities with the group. A lot of them send out newsletters too. So, keeping in touch with these organizations is a relatively simple way to promote openings at your organization. It's also a great way to reach candidates who might not be able to be reached through more traditional channels. Plus, cultural or faith based organizations are often willing to provide cultural competence training or share insight that can be used to enhance the recruitment process. A service provider in the context of recruitment is an organization offering services that facilitate the hiring process. A lot of service providers are government funded, meaning they're able to offer these services for free. Gateway Association for Community Living, so the Jedi Hub's parent organization, is a service provider. So are the organizations we partner with: Community Futures Treaty 7 and Multicultural Health Brokers. To learn more about these organizations, check out the next couple of videos in this lesson. There's one about Gateway, one about Community Futures Treaty 7, and one about Multicultural Health Brokers. So, how do these organizations facilitate inclusive recruitment? Service providers facilitate inclusive recruitment by connecting us to potential candidates. a lot of service providers will work with a specific group of people, so they can connect us to candidates from that specific group of people. Gateway, for instance, works with persons with disabilities, while Community Futures Treaty 7 works with Indigenous persons from Treaty 7, and Multicultural Health Brokers works with newcomers. Apart from the ability to connect you to a new candidate, a lot of service providers also provide training or consulting services. So they can often provide support when it comes to inclusive recruitment, reviewing or revising our recruitment strategies to ensure they are equitable and effective. So, all three of these channels, job boards, cultural community based organizations, and service providers, are going to be key when it comes to building an inclusive recruitment strategy. They're going to help us expand our reach and diversify our pool of applicants, giving us the opportunity to hire more inclusively. To learn more, I encourage you to check out the HR toolkit that's included in the conclusion section of this module. I also encourage you to reach out to some of the cultural or community based organizations in your area or to the service providers we talked about in this video. This brings us to the end of lesson 3. Thanks for watching.